Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you a 2012 team preview for the New England Patriots. So let's start with the Patriots offense to see what we can expect these guys to look like in 2012. There isn't enough glowing words you can say about Tom Brady and the New England Patriots offense. As long as number 12 is back there in the pocket, they have a legitimate shot to win championships. Not just win ball games, but championships. And Brady seems like he doesn't get old. I mean, you look at Brady now, he's the same guy he was in 2001 and 2005. So he has found the fountain of youth, and as long as he's deciding he wants to continue to play football for the Patriots, they're going to have a spot for him and they're going to be in contention. I look at the backup position. I like what I see out of Ryan Mallett, their quarterback of the future. This guy has a rocket arm, and he's learning under Tom Brady. He's learning how to be a pro under Bill Belichick. So the future is bright now and for future years in New England due to the fact they have two outstanding quarterback prospects. The Patriots lost BenJarvus Green-Ellis due to free agency, but they bring over Joseph Addai from the Indianapolis Colts. And what he brings to the table and what he does differently that BenJarvus Green-Ellis couldn't do is catch the football out of the backfield consistently. He is a viable threat as a receiver, so he's going to add that to the backfield. Also, you have to like the progression of Stephen Ridley. I think this guy has tremendous burst. His first step is tremendous. This guy can burst through holes and has the leg power to power through tacklers. So I look for these guys to be a little bit different in the running game, not necessarily relying on a run, but they're going to utilize all different backs to their effectiveness. Danny Woodhead's another guy, a dart and dash type of guy that can help y'all in the passing game as well. So this will be a different type of Patriots team, more of an extension of the passing game as opposed to the running game. Efficiency and consistency can be used to describe the Patriots receiving core. A lot of times people want to say, oh, they don't have a deep threat. They need a deep threat, a guy that can stretch the field vertically. But honestly, I think their tight end play is their deep threat. You have guys like Gronkowski, Hernandez. These guys provide instant matchup problems for opposing defenses, and they both can get down the field. You have to like what Wes Welker can bring to the table as far as getting in and out of his brace, catching passes underneath, and doing damage after the catch. Branch is a guy that can get downfield, but I like the addition of fellow wide receiver Brandon Lloyd. This guy's going to come in and provide smart and savvy play from the receiver position. That has outstanding hands, catches everything thrown his way, and it seems like every week he's making an unbelievable catch. What a great addition that's going to be to the Patriots offense. Much more production out of him as opposed to Chad Ochocinco. And also they bring back Jabbar Gaffney, who had tremendous chemistry with Brady before, so I look for these guys to have an added boost to that position this season. The offensive line for the New England Patriots will look a little bit different in 2012. There's some reshuffling going on. Gone is Matt Light, the longtime tackle for the Patriots, but they prepare for themselves for that. They drafted Nate Solder 2 years ago. He played right tackle last year. Now they're going to move him over to left tackle. He has the size, 6'8", 319. Sebastian Vollmer is a guy that they hope can stay healthy, but on the interior, I think they're very strong. Logan Mankins, the all-pro guard. Dan Coppin, in his 10th year out of Boston College, is there as the center. And Brian Waters, another 13-year vet out of North Texas, is also one of the guards. So interior offensive line is outstanding. If you're going to have a slight question, you could ask the question about the right tackle position in Sebastian Vollmer. But you look at the reserves they have. Marcus Cannon, they drafted out of TCU, got some valuable minutes last year. And also bringing over Robert Gallery from the Raiders, from the Seahawks, helps out that offensive line and provides depth along the offensive front. The defensive line needed a little bit of retooling in the offseason. They lost their outstanding pass rusher, Mark Anderson, to free agency, but they bring over Jonathan Fanene from the Cincinnati Bengals, a guy that can get pressure from within. You team him up next to Vince Wilfork, who can push the pocket, and your formidable defensive front just got a lot better. You look at Kyle Love, a guy that was undrafted 2 years ago out of Mississippi State, had 4 sacks last season, so he should improve this year. But let's talk about the two rookies that they bring in this year, two outstanding pass rusher. Chandler Jones out of Syracuse, a guy that has tremendous size and can also rush the passer. And also look at Jake Beckett out of Arkansas, another guy, tremendous size, 6'5", 270 pounds with a great first step, and he has outstanding closing speed to the quarterback. So both guys will come in, play a lot as rookies, and also provide a lot of pressure, much needed pressure on that Patriots defensive line. As always, with an improved defensive line, you can expect the linebackers to be a lot more productive this season, and that's going to be at least 200 tackles for a guy like Gerard Mayo that just lives around the football, always making plays downhill, one of the best linebackers in this league. And they also have some talented guys on side of him in Brandon Spikes. Remember, he was too slow to play linebacker at the NFL level coming out of college, but all he has done is make game-changing plays, excels in pass coverage as well. I like the way he plays the game. Great football sense. But I'm interested to see rookie Donta Hightower out of Alabama, coming out of that Nick Saban program. Can he come in and be that guy that they expected Jermaine Cunningham to be when they drafted him a couple years ago, who has been a huge disappointment? And if he could, this linebacking core would be one of the league's best. And I'm also a big fan of Rob Ninkovich, who always finds the football, and also Dane Fletcher. I've been a Dane Fletcher fan since he was at Montana State. Guy made a lot of tackles, made a lot of sacks in college, and does a great job of providing depth for the Patriots defense. When you look at the Patriots secondary, you can see talent, but what you don't see is the consistency, and you see guys that can't stay healthy. One guy back there that's a star, in my opinion, is Patrick Chung, a guy that just finds the football magnet for big plays. They have talent at cornerback. Devin McCourty was an all-pro as a rookie. Can he regain that form? That has yet to be seen. I also like what I see out of Kyle Arrington, a guy that was a practice squad player, upped his play, and now is a frontline starter for the Patriots. So there's talent on the corners. They drafted Alfonso Dennard out of Nebraska. I gave this guy a first-round grade. They got him in the 7th. And also Razai Dowling is another guy, 6'1", 200 pounds. Can he stay healthy? If he can, that's a very good addition to the secondary. And I also like the fact that they brought over Steve Gregory from the Chargers, a guy that's going to help them out more than James Ahedebo did last season. As long as Bill Belichick is coaching his ball club, there's always a reason for optimism. When you talk about tremendous leadership, not only at the coaching position, but also on offense and defense. Defensively, you have Vince Wilfork, the leader of that defense, getting these guys in line. Offensively, you have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in Tom Brady, tremendous leader. So the leadership on this roster, top to bottom, won't allow these guys to fail, which is why you always have to have optimism for New England. The cause for concern for me has to be the defense. Has the secondary really improved? Can they play consistent for 16 games? If so, this defense will do a better job this year as opposed to last. And also have a small question about the running game. Can they stay committed to it? Do they have the playmakers back there that can break games open? I know that's not their game, but this is a small question I have, a small concern about the Patriots offense. But really it falls on the defense. Secondary has to come to play week in, week out in order for these guys to be successful this season. When you have consistency at the quarterback position, the coaching staff, and also the philosophy, there's a reason why you are always picked to finish first. And that's why I think they'll finish first in the AFC East. They're the class of the division. Not a lot of holes in this roster. And if they can improve in the secondary, they should be back in the Super Bowl, or at least making a push toward it. This team will definitely be in the playoffs and be a major factor this season.